Okay. We are... Oh, wait a minute. This is cool. Alright, so our story will begin centering around everyone's favorite former physicist.
Bubbles.
And, well, not centered around Bubbles. And we'll work into people along the way. So, let's tell a little bit of the story of our first main character. So,
Formerly
Professor A.J. Milton. He was a very, quite well known in this field. Not as well known as some other famous physicists that you may know. But he was professor at Loreloft University in the city of Arcana for a good 60 or so years, probably.
60.
Yeah, he's up to his 90s now.
I'm 96 now.
Well-respected middle-aged gnome. White hair, bespectacled. Well, what's the turning point in your life, AJ? What happened?
I got fired. There I am.
He got fired.
I got fired.
Okay,
I
yeah,
got fired
great.
from my university.
You got fired. Yes. Let's not go into why, but he did get fired. So AJ Milton suddenly, after 60 years, found himself out of work, and being one who had always been in academia, he of course had no idea how to get a job. So AJ Milton, probably out of work for maybe almost a month by now, received very recently. You can talk about what you got to however detail you want to go into.
What?
You know this, right? You checked your email. I saw this. Check your email.
Well done.
Anyway, you were sent an email earlier today that it looked. I thought you had read it already.
I checked my email. I didn't really read them, but I feel like that's in character.
Perfectly fine.
What was the subject?
I forget actually. I should probably find out.
Why didn't you
'Cause
just
if it-
look at your phone?
I can't.
'Cause-
What do you mean?
Oh.
I can. The email subject is invitation to the Global
Yeah.
Cooperation Task Force. So yeah, read us your email then, Chris or AJ. Sorry.
Dear Dr. Alan Joshua Milton, we at the Wai Jun Corporation cordially invite you to participate in our newest business endeavor. You have been chosen from among hundreds of potential candidates to represent WJC as a part of the Global Cooperation Task Force. You and 5 other members of this prestigious group will represent WJC in community outreach events across the world. Your diverse backgrounds and wide range of talents will be drawn upon as you promote intercorporate cooperation and find dynamic solutions to public dilemma. It is an honor to have you with us, Dr. Milton. Please arrive at the Wai Jun Corporate headquarters at 3 p.m. for your first meeting. Do not be late. Molly Bloomberg, Wai Jun Corporation, 1215 19th Street, Arcana, NH.
You're very late.
Also, it should say the date. I forgot to write that in, which of course is April 29th. Anyway, so you get this email. AJ, what do you do?
AJ misses this email until
Yes.
very late.
Oh, that
in the
works.
day.
Yes. You were sent this email many weeks ago.
Well, AJ wasn't checking his email. Should this be first person or third person?
Do first person. It's way easier.
I wasn't checking my email.
Yes.
I was probably tinkering in my apartment. 4 p.m. I finally decided to check my email.
No, don't be late for this.
Alright, I check my email at 2:30 p.m. I see this. I think it's probably nothing, but I decide, why not?
Yes.
I start to head over. I get emails like this all the time, though. AJ, I feel like this is just some crap scam. I don't.
I don't know. Do you recognize the name of the corporation?
Oh, I don't know. Do I know about? Yes.
You heard the
Ooh,
name,
a
but
map.
you don't know what they do. So we will assume that you are not optimistic, but you are desperate enough to try.
You should get a laser pointer.
Should get a laser pointer. That might be useful. Like, could you really point a laser pointer at a screen like that? Would that work?
Probably.
Here you go. All of you have access to this information. This is just stuff in the city. So, those are points of interest, as would be on a tourist map, and these are corporations. Stuff you could Google. So, AJ Milton lives in an apartment in some of these old projects out near Loreloft. Nice enough. Nothing special, but close to the university where it drives up the price, you know. So, you need to get down to, I believe it's 13. So that's a good 6 miles-ish?
Yeah, is there public transportation I can take?
Let's say it probably end up taking about 15 minutes in total.
By bus?
Yeah,
All right.
20. Alright, and you have to look for the building, of course. You are now in basically the heart of downtown Arcana. Lots and lots of skyscrapers, most of them look pretty much the same.
And I'm assuming that there's a big corporate logo on
Yes,
this building.
and it should match the one
that's in the
your
email.
So
So I see
finding
this
it should be pretty
purple
easy.
I see this
Big
purple logo.
Yep.
Walk into the building.
Yep.
Go to the desk.
Yep.
I ask, I got this email.
All right. Desk person says, what's your name again?
AJ Milton.
AJ Milton. And he looks at his computer for a little bit, and he says, "Okay, you're meeting with the CEO in the 15 minutes." He says, "Go to it'd be like the 26th floor. On the 26th floor, just go right through, right out of the elevator. There's a waiting room. You can wait there.
I go and I wait.
You go up the elevator and you wait. You're in a waiting room. You are in a waiting room. You're in a waiting room.
I am in a waiting room.
Wait,
You
where
are.
is he?
I'm waiting.
He's so in a waiting room. It's stupid.
I'm starting to get bored, so I take out a little.
Piece of paper. And you draw the waiting room.
No, I get out from a little. bag.
I'm not going to be as accurate, but here is the waiting room.
Do you want a whiteboard?
Oh, good idea.
Oh.
This is crap anyway, so I don't care. You know, actually, Chris, give me a whiteboard anyway, but I'm going to use this. Just because it's nice to have it be a little bit more permanent than that. Just keep in mind, this is all... I've never done any of this before. So there's going to be a lot of learning for everyone involved here.
I do this all the time. Here's one for free.
What?
Also, anything you draw on here, we're going to be able to see on the camera.
Yeah, but like if I like need to do stuff with it, it's kind of nice
Yep.
to not be a whiteboard. But whiteboard still probably would be really useful. So anyway, waiting room, chair, couch. Let me move the couch over because there's going to be a receptionist desk here. There's going to be like tables with magazines and stuff. I don't feel the need to draw those, but
Yep.
you get the idea. Okay, so you are in the waiting room.
I sit down in the far chair.
You're sitting here. So you are the red dot in the chair. Okay. There is a receptionist at her desk. She just looks up and acknowledges you when you walk in, but does nothing else. Okay, you're waiting. You're waiting?
I'm waiting. I get bored. I take out from my bag.
Yep.
A little thing to tinker with.
Okay.
Just a little bit
Alright.
of metallic.
You wait a good 5 minutes, 7 minutes, you don't know. You can't judge time. Passage. Until elevator door opens and a 6 and something foot tall demon walks in the door, followed by a very, very large and very frightening looking dog.
Who could
I'm
that
not
be?
telling you. All I had you do was walk in the door. You don't. I'm not telling you what else you're doing.
I'm sitting on the couch and I'm staring at
The receptionist does not look
Hey.
up.
And Bubbles is on the.
Bubbles.
Can I have a-
Which one for Bubbles?
Can I be the pink?
This is kind of really unclear because you look exactly the same.
Fine. Fine. Bubbles will be orange.
So a large demon and her dog have now sat on the couch next to you, and I don't know
couch
what is
is
Bubbles
on
doing.
Gotta
Maybe-
hate Tuesdays.
You can control
I'm
Bubbles'
petting
actions.
Bubbles.
You're petting
I'm
Bubbles
just
and you're staring at Chris.
I'm staring aggressively
Okay.
at Chris for
Okay.
no reason other than I hate Chris.
All right.
I look
I'm
at this creature
racist.
and then look away. And look back and look away. And I shifted my seat toward the wall. Away from this creature.
Shift towards.
I ignore the demon and continue tinkering.
I get bored and I just turn my attention to Bubbles.
Okay. A few minutes go by. Again, not gonna tell you how many. Can't judge time. There's a clock somewhere. You could look at it if you wanted. Until AJ Milton, from his perspective, hears a voice from to his left, which says, "Excuse me, miss. We can't have dogs in the waiting room.
Well, fuck
You're
you.
gonna have to leave them outside." The
Fuck
receptionist,
you.
of course, is now standing here.
Fuck you. I'm intimidating and larger than you, and I have a demon dog next.
Are you saying these words, or you're saying the words "I am intimidating"?
She's not very smart.
I
Yeah,
am
she's
not
not-
very smart.
You're stupid. The receptionist, I should probably put more details on her now. She is a wood elf, not very tall. Wood elves are not very tall. Her hair is tall, but that does not do much for the effect. Large, curly red hair. Rather plain green dress. And she looks up at Khoshekh for a little while, decides against trying to intimidate anyone, and walks over and peeks her head in the door. You can't hear what she's saying unless you try really hard if you want to. If there's ever any dialogue that you can't hear, you can try to hear it. Keep that one in mind.
AJ tries to hear it.
Okay.
AJ wants to know what's happening.
AJ wants to know what's happening. Awesome. AJ, do a listen check. Roll that die and add your listen number to it. You cannot hear. In fact, you mishear.
What do I miss here?
Let's find out. Let's see. You think that the demon has been labeled an intruder. And you think that security is coming shortly. You hear something to the gist of that. Of course, you can't hear exactly what she says. After that, she walks back over here, sits back down and goes back to reading her magazine or whatever the heck she's doing.
I'm strongly considering leaving the room now, but I decide it's not affecting me enough yet, so I'll just keep tinkering.
Okay. Do you know anything, demon lady with a dog?
Glaring
Okay.
at the receptionist.
Okay, she is not paying attention to you anymore.
I still hate her.
Okay, wait a little bit longer, and the elevator opens once again, and a person walks in. She is a human, no particular interesting height, long brown hair, straight, light skin, dull eyes. She is not looking at either of you. She has her phone out. She is looking at it. She goes to the chair, sits in the chair, continues to look at her phone, does not pay attention to anyone. No, did you go?
I think at first it's a security person. I realize it's not. And
Yeah, okay.
I get a little less uneasy.
So you wait a little bit longer. You don't know what time it is because there's not a clock in this room, I guess.
There was a clock.
Okay, there's a clock in this room. Okay, there is a clock in this room, and you know, finally looking at the clock,
Yes.
determined that it is far past 3 now. It's
Bubbles
close to
needs to
3:30.
pee.
Bubbles needs to pee, really? Crap. Okay.
Is there a
So
potted
it's
plant or
close to
something?
3:30.
There's a potted
There is a potted
right
plant. Not there. There was a potted plant here on the other side of AJ Milton.
here. Okay. Right, not
do you want
directly in front of
do
AJ
you want to act on this, Kathryn?
No, is there a restroom Bubbles can use?
No, there is not.
Why not?
I
Bubbles
believe,
is a very large
I believe
dog.
there is a restroom somewhere in the building. I don't know. You'd have to ask somebody. I don't know where it is.
You know, like the receptionist.
Yeah, you could ask the receptionist where the restroom is, but I doubt she would help you.
Yeah. Okay, Bubbles goes and pees and
Okay, so Bubbles,
So Bubbles starts
goes
to,
around Chris.
starts to approach me. I decide it's 3:30. I've been waiting here long enough. I thought this was a scam to begin with. I'm just going to leave.
Okay,
so I get
so
up
Chris
and I
gets
start
up.
to leave. I press the down button.
At
on the
that
elevator.
moment, the door opens, and you see two men. One of them on the one side of the door, the other man on the other. Bubbles is peeing. The man who walks out of the door is a rather short human, dressed in dark clothing, stern expression, but looking rather pleased at least. And he's finishing a conversation with the man on the other side of the door, saying to the matter of, "Thank you. I'll catch up with you soon. Talk to you later. We'll talk about this more." Stuff like that. And the man walks out the door. And walks to the elevator. Does the man notice the dog? The man does notice the dog peeing.
The Bubbles is finished now.
The man stares for a while. You already pushed the door to the elevator, so the door opens and he gets in, still making eye contact with the dog. The elevator's open. The door's open. I should time this a little bit differently.
I look. No.
Well, actually, what should be happening is this man is walking over to the door, but as that's going on, the man at the door is coming out of the door and talking. So
Okay.
timing is difficult. So this man's going to the door and noticing the dog peeing, and all this stuff's happening. And at the same time, another human, brownish hair, brownish eyes, no particularly interesting features, light skin. He is wearing a red and purple robe suit, which is a piece of clothing. You can kind of a piece of clothing. You can imagine what it looks like. The man is smiling quite loudly, and he looks at the three of you in the room, and he says, "Excellent, you're all here. No reason to wait outside anymore. I'm done with my meeting though, so come on in. We're still waiting for a few people, but come on in." And he walks in the door.
I get up from my chair. No.
You're
I walk away from
here.
the elevator.
You're over here now.
I start to walk away from the elevator toward the man.
Okay.
I follow him.
Yeah, he's already noticed the
Is he addressing the three of us?
Yes,
Or-
the three of
okay.
you. This
Okay.
guy, he came out of his office. He was just talking to him. So yeah, he's not addressing the secretary person, a receptionist. So you guys are all going in the door.
Yep.
Um.
And I bring Bubbles with me. And glare at the receptionist.
So they come in.
The human, I don't think, has said anything.
This human who has not said anything looks up at her phone after hearing the man speak, and she falls in the door. So now you're all in a tiny closet. No, you're in a room. You're in a
Nice
room
tiny closet.
that looks.
With a giant demon, a giant hellhound.
Oh, it's a large room.
Oh, that's
Yes.
a huge room.
Imagine the walls are straight. Oh, hang on. I'm just gonna sketch style. Like I'm not gonna erase that line.
You should not have gotten a gridded paper.
No, gridded is helpful. It should
But
be
like,
harder.
it's less obvious.
Oh, come on.
Just let it be.
So you got a big office, windows here.
Secretary
I'm just writing windows. And then you got the big desk, obviously. You've got bookshelves. You've got chairs, nice big chair, couchy chairs. You got his chair. He's got a computer and stuff. He's got a trash can. I don't need to draw things. There's a door, and there's a door here behind his desk. Yeah, so you are now in the office. The man goes and stands in front of his desk. He doesn't stand behind the desk. And the three of you, you can decide where you go in the room. You're just gonna stand at the door, okay? Where are you going?
I'm waiting for this man to speak. I don't know.
You're gonna stand.
He didn't ask.
Yeah, I
us
guess you're all
to
gonna
sit down
stand.
or anything.
You probably be standing in front of the chairs. Actually,
So-
you probably should be put this a little bit more this way. So he walks in, of course, and he turns around and sort of looks at each of you. Looks like he's sort of mentally counting, and he's like, so he's mumbling to himself names and whatnot. He's like, wonderful, wonderful, great, so great that you can all make it. We're still waiting on a few people. So. We'll have to, he looks at, what would he look at? Nothing, he doesn't look at anything. We're still waiting on a few people, but maybe we can get started a little bit. So he goes up to the woman here, and he says, Miss Fields, such a great honor to meet you. I've read a lot of your articles, I've read a lot of what you've written, wonderful stuff on political science, just amazingly well thought out, and you're pursuing your doctorate now, I assume? And Fields looks up, she's not interested, but she is paying attention at least. She kind of nods and says yes. Wonderful. And then he goes up himself and says, Dr. Milton, such a great honor, great pleasure, privilege shaking your hand. You don't have to shake my hand, but yes, okay. To have you with this. I've read a lot of your papers actually. It's fascinating stuff. I don't quite get all of it, but it's very, very, very fascinating stuff. That's it. Okay. Fascinating stuff. Wonderful, wonderful work. I thought there was something he was going to say. No, I don't know what you're going to say. You can say whatever you want.
I thank him.
You thank him, yeah. You're thanking him. Oh, you know what? Actually, he was going to say something along the lines of what I've already told you guys. You were one of the scientists who worked on universe theory. Is that right?
Yes.
I read a really nice novel. Not novel. It was like, what is it called? It's like, this is him actually. It's a nonfiction book. Where they kind of bring it down for the layperson, but it was really well written. I understand that it was quite accurate. I don't remember the author, but it was really, really good. And you were mentioned in it, I believe, or your colleagues at least. It was quite an interesting read. I had no idea. Some of that stuff. Really fascinating. Great to meet you. He shakes your hand again because he does that. Then he goes over to Khoshekh and he's like, Miss, what was your name? Sorry, is it Khoshekh? Khoshekh. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. Khoshekh. Your mother told me a lot about you, Khoshekh. She says you what do you work in again?
Nothing.
No, she said something. She said you were really into I can't remember what it was. It was psychology, right?
No.
You're a bit of a psychologist. Oh, you're being modest. As she said, she spoke of you very highly. I'm really glad to have you here.
Sure.
So we're waiting on 3 more people. So make yourself comfortable, of course. Oh, silly me. I'm the CEO of this company. I'm Ernest Endelbaum. Yes, I'm really, really excited to get started. But please, we want to wait a little bit longer for other people to show up.
3 more people? The email said 5 total, and there are 3 already here.
I thought it said 6. Are you sure it said 6? I'm pretty sure it
I
said
must have
6.
misread.
5 other people. It said 5 other people.
All right.
Is your character going to say that? Your character can say that. Okay, your character says that. So I'll
I
Endelbaum.
didn't read the email.
I'll
so I really-
Endelbaum my
sorry.
voice here.
You mean Bubbles doesn't count?
Bubbles does not count.
We
Oh
just
no,
suck.
Endelbaum needs to recognize Bubbles. He's gonna be like, oh, what a lovely dog. Endelbaum goes on his knees. And
Bubbles gives him an adorable look. I don't think he needs
Yeah.
to get down on his knees.
No, okay, Bubbles is huge. Yeah, he does not get down on his knees. He just pets
Does it
Bubbles.
anyways, though.
He does. No, he can be way too low. He's like, "Arr!" It's like, oh, like what's is it a boy or a girl? Is it a boy or a girl?
Bubbles is
What's her name?
Bubbles.
Oh, Bubbles is a girl. Okay. Never mind. Sorry. It's a wonderful dog you have here. It's splendid that you could bring her with you. Hope that didn't cause too much problems in the reception room.
Of course.
The email said 5 others, I think. I did not. Molly should have written the email. Molly's my assistant. You'll see her soon. I think she's in her office now. Won't bother her. She's probably busy. We're waiting on... who are we waiting on now? He's saying this, actually. Dr. Barnes. We're waiting on Dr. Barnes and
That's my professor.
Dr...
No,
Not that Dr. Barnes. Different
I
one.
actually have a professor.
Well, we're waiting on your professor, Dr. Barnes. And we're also waiting on Dr. Borgen and Miss Netherspoon, who should be here soon, I hope. At that moment, a man walks in, dark hair, dark skin, nothing exciting, short hair. Oh, he's wearing a suit, for one thing, which none of you are wearing. What are you wearing, by the way?
I just
What are you
came
wearing?
from the clothes that
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a tattered shirt
Tattered shirt. Okay.
and
What are you wearing, Kathryn? I'm curious what Khoshekh is wearing.
Oh, I feel like. What am I wearing?
pants, just like regular pants, not even.
You know,
I'm not sure what demons wear generally. I'm not exactly
Jeans? Do I
sure.
wear jeans? I probably wear jeans.
Do demons look stupid wearing too much clothes?
I feel like they clothe themselves.
Okay, so you're wearing
I don't
casual,
know. Yeah,
whatever.
casual.
Anyway, but this guy's wearing a suit. It's not a fancy suit, but it is a suit. And he walks in, and the wall immediately goes, "Oh, Dr. Barnes! So great to have you. Welcome, welcome. I've read your book, and I hear that you're working on a telepathy now. Is that right?" And Dr. Barnes is kind of confused, but he hears the mention of that, and he gets a little excited. He's like, yes, I'm totally all working on that, and we're actually making a really big breakthrough now. But Endelbaum cuts him off. So sorry, but we'll get into that. We'll talk about that later. But I do want to get started. Still waiting on a few people, so I don't really want to start yet. But if you could just, and then the receptionist comes in. The receptionist hands Mr. Endelbaum a letter. It's kind of weird. And she's like, "Oh, okay." And he opens it, reads it, and he becomes saddened. But he pretty soon recovers and puts the letter away. It's like, "Well, I guess we'll have to get started right now. Okay, so please make yourselves comfortable. We'll begin." So he got a letter, he read it, he got sad. Now he's starting the meeting. Are you gonna make yourselves comfortable yet?
Yeah, we're sitting on the couch.
I sit in the chair.
So Endelbaum goes and sits in front of his desk. He says, "Okay, great. Not as many here as I'd hoped, but we'll have to start sometime. So here we go. Sorry to keep you all waiting for so long. Anyway, I'm Ernest Endelbaum. I'm the CEO of Wai Jun Corporation, and as you should all know from the emails that you were sent, we are starting a new program, essentially, with our company. This is going to be called the Global Cooperation Task Force. And now we spent a lot of time choosing people for this position. It's very selective, very, very, very great thing. I mean, I haven't tried it yet, but we'll see how it goes. And the main goal of this body is that you six people, will be the face of this company. And you will be in charge of...
So I just say I stopped paying attention.
You say this, okay. And the mom's a little bit flustered. He did not expect that. So you're going to be the face of this company, Wai Jun Corporation. You're going to be going to public outreach events, you'll be traveling the world, you'll be meeting with other companies, you'll be meeting with people, you'll be doing also all sorts of different outreach opportunities and events. Is your finger up for no reason?
Yes,
Are you going to say something?
I want to do something.
Go ahead. Yeah, interrupt me
I
anytime.
want to walk behind him.
Perfect. Which color do you want to be?
Wait, I thought you were already.
So, tricky. Everybody roll spot check. Always the 20, unless you're using your axe. There you go. Kathryn sees it. I mean, Khoshekh sees it. What did you get? 4. You didn't
Bubbles
see
notices as well.
it. Okay, so Khoshekh notices a
4 foot 8 inches tall.
that's not that short.
No.
How tall are you?
I'm
Shorter than you.
6'9".
No, how tall are you in real life?
Oh, I'm 5'1".
I'll just put that back.
Go ahead and fix that. Yeah.
That's exciting.
You're 5'1", so this is shorter than you by a good
How tall is...
by a good head, right?
You're 4'8"?
4'8".
No, that's just only like this.
Okay,
shorter
so
than
like, can you stand up? I'm curious.
Mm.
Okay, so that's not particularly short.
Taller, yeah.
So right here. You know, actually, Chris, what's your spot modifier?
0.
Okay, yeah, you didn't notice this,
He's
but
a-
not because she's hard to see, just because you
I wasn't paying attention.
you weren't paying attention.
But he's right about.
You don't notice until she's right behind him. That works. Khoshekh would have noticed when she came in the door. Ooh, that's really unstable. You could tape the book onto the stand.
Yeah, I could do that.
I had tape around my arm.
You wanna? Yeah.
I'm so happy Chris thought that was Fields. That's awesome. Yes, so Khoshekh notices a girl doesn't look much more than maybe 12, 13 years old. Hard to describe. You describe yourself.
Really, really pale. Like, white hair, like pale, like unhealthy.
Albino.
Basically, but like without the red eyes. You can kind of like not see the eyes. It's hard, like, they're really grayish.
You mean her irises or the entire eye?
like almost the entire thing.
Oh crap! Okay, that's scary.
Yeah, like and not very healthy looking at all.
I don't care.
You don't care about anything.
I care about bubbles.
Okay.
I,
So,
I
this
noticed that
this
show
girl-
showed me off.
Walks this way, and Khoshekh notices but does not care, and then stands directly behind. You tell me what you do. Yeah.
I'm going to try to steal his wallet.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, let's do it. All right. I guess I should probably do a check on Endelbaum. What's the check for not getting your wallet stolen?
1.
Okay, 1.
You failed horribly.
You stick your hand in his pocket.
But I have a
basically.
7 here for the record.
Yeah, but so here's the way it works. If you roll a 1, no matter how high your bonus is, you fail, and you fail in a funny way.
Okay.
No matter what it is.
That works.
If you roll a 20, you succeed in a funny way.
Okay.
Or an interesting way. It's gonna be
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, of course. I'm okay with this.
It doesn't, okay, fine. You don't have to succeed in a funny way, but you fail in a funny way because failure is always funny. Anyway, you basically just stick your hand in his pocket. You don't really think this through too much, and the bomb notices. He turns around. He's like, "Oh, Alice! Didn't see you come in, Alice." He introduces her. He says, "This is Alice. Here, Alice, meet the members of the Global Cooperation Task Force."
Bubbles decides she likes her and walks up.
Okay.
There's Alice. This one's Alice.
What do you do?
And sniffs at you.
I sniff her back.
Bubbles likes you.
He's like, Alice, don't like, don't like sniff the dog.
Now
It's-
Bubbles is trying to get you. To
Alice
Nudge,
is
nudge.
on my ward, actually. Alice, poor thing, she was on the street only a few weeks ago. People found her, and I took her in. So, fortunately, her babysitter is not here today. She's been sick, so
Pet me.
we have to keep an extra eye on her. she's just sort of been in the back by herself. I think Molly was supposed to be watching you. Where's Molly? Alice? Has she been watching you?
No.
She hasn't.
No.
Pet me. Pet
Well, I'll talk to her. Don't worry about it.
Pet Bubbles.
He says, "It looks like you made a new friend." Oh, that's sweet. It was a Bubbles? Is that right? Bubbles, adorable dog. What do you think about a dog, Alice? That's what he says, something like that. Would you want a dog? Now he's on one knee. He's lowered himself slightly. He's actually way too low. He's like, he lowers himself almost below your height. You're not very short.
I pet him on the head.
Alice,
Say, "I have
you. he laughs, but he's not amused. He gets back up and he says, "Oh, Alice, I forgot to mention. Really good news. Really good news. I got you enrolled in Devlin Elementary. It's extended. It's extended. So I think you'll be going in as a 7th grader. I think. So that starts in the fall. So that'll be up in North Heights. Splendid place. It'll be really great. You'll be excited. First day of school. It's coming up. Anyway, you can leave us to our meeting here. We'll be meeting. You can go back to your playroom that we've set up. A little bit of where is Bubbles going to pee in the plant again? How much does Bubbles have to pee? Bubbles, does anyone notice that? No one noticed.
I give him a hug,
Okay.
and as I'm doing that, I try to steal his wallet again.
Okay, give it a shot. Let's go. You reach for his wallet again, and as you're doing that, he sort of pushes you away
Okay.
without acknowledging it. So go back to your playroom, Alice. Well, I'll be out in just a minute when we're done with the meeting. Okay?
I'm gonna go just kind of like stand by the door.
Stand by the door. Okay. Endelbaum attempts to go back to his discussion, but he's very distracted. She's a sweet girl or something.
I'm
like that,
getting
he says.
fidgety.
You're getting
Shifting
fidgety
around my
because
seat.
you're uncomfortable. Yes.
Bubbles is getting hungry
Bubbles is getting hungry.
and starts looking.
So Bubbles. Endelbaum. He's like, oh, sorry, lost my train of thought there. I'm new to being a parent, so it's all new. It's exciting. It's exciting, but it's difficult. He's got an expression there that says a bit more than what he's saying. It's difficult. So I think that's roughly what you're going to be doing. Molly will be in shortly to talk about your first assignment. Any questions?
Sounds boring.
Endelbaum ignores that and does not say anything.
Gosh, it goes.
If you don't, Khoshekh peas. Does Khoshekh
I'm
pee?
joking.
Okay, because these things can happen. But no, Khoshekh. I said Khoshekh. Bubbles would pee. I assume that you will not pee in the room. So, do you have any questions in particular, AJ?
I sit still, silent,
Okay.
waiting for further instruction.
Well, Dr. Barnes speaks up and he says, "Well, this is really flattering, Mr. Endelbaum." He doesn't quite remember the name, but he gets it. But I'm not sure I have time for a position like this. I mean, I'm doing my research. I have writing a book. I don't know if I can take so much time away for actual world travel with this. He's interrupted, however, as another person walks in the door. This person is a gnome She is, let's see, dark skin, black hair, dark blue business dress. I don't know exactly. I don't know women's clothes, but she's wearing the thing that well-dressed women in business
Pantsuit?
operations... Pantsuit. Yeah, she's wearing a pantsuit. That's what she's wearing. She walks in. Her expression is... how much attention are you paying to this person? That's the question.
I'm as I'm waiting and looking around.
Basically,
I look at all.
Do you care about this person? Is this person interesting to you?
Yes.
Yeah, roll a sense motive. She walks in, hurriedly, a rather stern expression, but you can't discern much from it. She walks up to Endelbaum and she says quietly, "Can I speak to you? Sir, can I speak to you?" And Endelbaum turns to her and is like, "Ah, Molly, welcome. Gentlemen, this is Molly. Molly's been my assistant for almost 8 years now. Haven't you, Molly?" Molly's like, "Well, yes, can I talk to you?" Molly keeps trying to get a word in edgewise and does not succeed. Endelbaum continues talking. He says, "Molly is the very exciting position of coordinating this entire event. Molly will be in charge of, she'll be monitoring you, she'll be giving you your tasks, and she'll be telling you everything you need to know." Molly, you don't need to roll checks on this, Molly obviously did not know this. Molly's face becomes very surprised, and other things. She says once again, "May I speak to you?" It's like, in a minute, Molly, we're talking to people now. Okay, why don't you go, Molly and I will talk for a little bit. You can go to Molly's office and wait for her there, and she'll come to you and give you your assignment. Does that sound good? Lyndon Barnes is objecting, but he nothing happens there. So wait for her there. It's down the hall. It's the first door on the right. You'll see. Just go in there, and Molly will be in shortly. He just sort of smiles and looks at you expectantly. Lyndon goes down the hallway. He decides it's not worth pursuing. There is 2 desks in Molly's office. Not really any chairs or any real space, and a large number of shelves over here with boxes. Fields comes in, so you kind of cram in. I'm assuming you're following. So everyone's following everybody. As you walk out of the room, though, you have the option to try to listen to this conversation. You're going to listen to the conversation? I thought you didn't care.
Yeah, I'm nosy. But
There's a wall.
I don't-
This hallway goes to more offices and stuff over that way, too.
I'm also going to try to listen from there.
Well, you're going to be there, so.
I'm listening.
Okay, so everyone is listening.
What's going on?
17.
From where you're hearing, you can't quite make out what Endelbaum is saying, but you can hear Molly, her hushed voice getting increasingly louder as her frustration increases. And she says a few things like, "You can't seriously be doing this. We talked about this. They range from dreadfully overqualified to insanely underqualified. What am I supposed to tell them back there?" And he keeps talking like, Molly, calm down." And she's like, "No, this was not my job. This is not in my job description. I have so much you have given me. It's my job to coordinate so many things for you. And I wasn't even aware that you were doing this." And Endelbaum's just like, "Molly, just calm down. It's not going to be that much work when it's unsolved." You can hear him kind of, and you can't hear all the things he's been saying. Just go in there and just the case file. I gave Trent the case file already, so he has that. So, just play it by ear. It'll be fine. And he just kind of blows her off essentially. Molly keeps protesting, but eventually gives up. And by this point, hopefully, you guys are walking back. So you guys are all crammed in a small office. Upon entering the office, you see 2 desks. Both of them are small, not very fancy, cluttered with files and whatnot. And there's a stool over here next to the files, upon which this is pink again. There's too many people! There normally won't be this many people. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to follow them.
You're gonna follow them? Okay. And then Molly comes in here. So before these guys get in the room, though, you see the man standing here on a stool. So he is up pretty high, rather unbalanced. He is a merfolk. So he is gray-blue. No. Why do you have to be in a tub?
You said merfolk, aren't they? Like mermaids? Like
Mermen.
water?
But they have legs, and they're fine. That's very racist of you, Kathryn. Anyway, yeah, so he's got, slippery blue-gray skin, large, you can't see his eyes right now, but they're large black eyes. No nose, because why would he have a nose? If he does have a nose, it's at least very hard to see, like a little more kind of nose. No hair, but he has like a fin going on. He's a fish person. Anyway, he is on an unbalanced stool, trying to take a large box of files down from the upper shelf. So these 2 come in. Molly walks in the room, and Endelbaum pokes his head in and says, Dr. Barnes? He's got to call him Dr. Barnes. Can I speak with you for a second? Dr. Barnes is like, okay, and they walk back.
I'm going to, duck in here.
Where's that? The corner?
Hide in the corner.
Okay. Alright.
Very quietly and silently.
Obviously, the stuff here, you probably want to roll a listen check on this one. You don't get much out of what they're saying. Something about like, what is going on? And he's like, I gotta. That's all you hear. Like, what is going on? And then they walk through the door and
Okay.
away. Meanwhile, Molly has come into the room. Molly shuts the door, and you kind of have to shuffle around because there's not much space here. This is the person who's been introduced as Miss Fields,
Okay.
who I have not said the full name of yet.
So the Nod has never acted as this person at all.
No, I was trying to make it look like that was the Nod's character in the beginning. You thought that was the Nod for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it never was. This has always been the Nod. The Nod came from here and is a small child, 12 or 13 years old.
Sorry for
I did give all of Fields' lines so far.
I'm gonna go hide behind the door. Like, try to listen through the
Okay,
door.
yeah. So Molly's about to talk, so do a listen check.
15.
Oh, you totally hear this. So Molly shuts the door, and she kind of puts her head in her hands, and she's about to start talking to you, and she stops. She starts and stops a few times. She doesn't quite know what to say. And she's... Look, this... I'm really sorry. I'm sorry to be wasting your time like this. Mr. Endelbaum he's a brilliant man. He's a visionary, all that stuff. He's an incredible businessman, but, well, he's a bit... He gets these ideas, and honestly, I don't expect this to last much longer than a week. He's probably going to move on, so I'm sorry to waste your time like this. If you want to leave, it's fine, but yeah, well, Trent? She kind of shouts loudly, suddenly. Trent's like, yeah, he's obviously over the boxes, and Trent is this guy, you now I realize, because he says, yeah.
Okay.
And he's teetering over there. He said, Trent, did Endelbaum give some sort of case file or something to you? Trent does not fall down. Trent manages to grab and almost falls down. I believe he kicks the stool out from under himself as he drops down with the box. And it flies. And he throws the box down, and he's like, "Oh, are these the people from the GCT thing, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, did he tell you?" I said, "Yeah. He talked. I already ran through a bunch of the stuff with this. I've got this file right here." He goes and starts filing through his desk. Molly just doesn't say much for a little bit, and she says, Trent's gonna fill you in on the details. I'm gonna go. I've got work to do. I'm gonna go." And she grabs her laptop and leaves. And Trent is filing through files right now. That's what he's doing. And he's like, "It was here. Okay, here it is." He pulls it out. It's like, "Okay, awesome, wonderful, great. Usually it's just basic. It's like simple, filing and number crunching and stuff like that. And I don't mind that. I mean, no, this is an amazing internship. But I mean, I'm really getting a lot out of this. But this is so much more. Okay. So you're let's see. You're Dr. Milton, right?
Yes.
Dr. Milton. Yeah. Endelbaum said you were like, I guess like a physicist, right?
That is correct.
Oh, awesome. Oh, you're so cool. He doesn't say that. That's a bit much. Awesome, great. What kind of physics? Like, what do you do?
Lately, I've been working on universe theory.
He obviously doesn't know what that is. Cool, awesome. He looks at Kathryn again the second time. He passes by her. And you're, who's it? Fields? Dr. Fields? Or, well, not Dr. Fields. He doesn't have a doctor yet. Is it just Miss Fields? Fields does not really... She looks up, but she doesn't really say anything. She kind of just moves her head a bit and just looks back down. You're working, what is it? Political science, right? Again, Fields does not do much of anything. Well, wonderful, awesome. And who are you again? What's your name?
I'm bored.
He moves on. Well, hopefully you're not too bored, because this is actually really exciting stuff.
No, it's not. I'm just here because my mom told me to be here.
He's like, "Oh, yeah, my mom actually helped me with this internship. We were looking for." He starts. I'm not going to say this, but he talks for too long about how he got this internship.
I've already decided that I'm going to steal his wallet.
I like this. Okay, you can open the door, by the way. It's not locked. Anyway, so he's talking about his internship in a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, so what am I doing? I'm sorry. I mean, you've been waiting for so long too, and everything." Okay. Let's get into the business, right? All right. So, he's got the case file here, and he's like, "This is so exciting." So, GCT. Actually, Endelbaum told me about this idea, and I was like, oh, this would be a really great idea. And then he started bouncing off, and we kind of got rolling on this. And then I wrote the emails and everything. He told me it was okay to put Emily's name on them and everything like that. And it was really been a blast. It's the most fun I've been working here so far. So, cooperating with corporations and doing all that exciting stuff.
Bubbles likes fish.
Let's see. We'll talk about
Yes.
what Bubbles. Are you saying these things? He's not really listening to things. You're gonna have to try harder than that to get Trent's attention. Regardless,
Trent is level 50.
Trent is
level 50
level
intern.
1. He doesn't have a level. So he pulls out the case file and he's looking at it. And he's like, "Oh, it's a case file," because he wrote it probably. And he's like, "Okay, so the dwarves of Dungaldur." He just kind of says it and looks at you guys. You guys remember that? Dwarves of Dungaldur.
I awkwardly look around.
Oh, come on. It was a big deal. It's like AP history. You guys remember? Dwarves. All right. I'll play the picture now. He's excited. Okay. So, you gotta go back. You go back 1,000 years ago, right? 1,000 years ago, the elves, right? The elves.
We don't care.
How is Trent supposed to react to you? Trent is too excited to care about your downing words, unless you're gonna have to try harder.
Bubbles inches forward, drooling.
Bubbles likes fish. I get it. That's also very racist. So he said 1,000 years ago, elves rule everything, right? And elves don't like dwarves, right? They always don't like the dwarves. So there's the dwarves that live they're just south of here, 20 miles south. This is the dwarven city, right?
We still don't
You remember? Come on, come on! You guys must have gone there on vacation or something. I mean, there's stuff to see outside. There's the tourist shop and whatnot. Anyway, so there's this ancient dwarven city, right? Ancient dwarven city, 1,000 years ago. The elves and the dwarves, they don't like each other, and they're all they're fighting and whatnot. So the dwarves build their fortress to be super impenetrable, right? Because elves are super magical, and these dwarves are magical, and the elves are dwarves can't be magical because they're dwarves. So the dwarves build up this big gate and walls, and they magic stuff, and they don't let anybody in. And then.
Is there a potted plant?
Yes, there's a potted plant. It's an office. It's right there. Then,
Bubbles pees on Miller.
there's a revolution, right? This is the year
Bubbles
0,
is
right? This is
behind
the
you.
beginning of the Han Empire, and the emperor, the first emperor, Emperor Kai Fei, the first human emperor. He rallies the humans, and he also rallies the dwarves of Dungaldur. He gets them on his side, and they fight the dwarves, right? That's what happened, right? He's looking, right, because he's not entirely sure, but he did read something about this on Wikipedia. And he looks at Kelly. Her name is Kelly. I'm just going to tell her. Your name is Kelly T. Fields. That's her name. It's you mean Kelly, right? I mean, history, right? History, right? Is what he says. Exactly. It's perfect. Kelly looks up at him, and he's like, yeah, elven genocide, right? And he's like, oh, yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he's kind of a little bit of the wind taken out of his sails. But the dwarves, they were good relations with the Han for hundreds of years, and then of course the Han died out, and then the dwarves shut the doors for forever, and they've shut the doors ever since. Except in 1700s. Not people. This is the thing I didn't know before. But you can Google this. 1700s. I'm not going to change the words Google or Wikipedia. I'm also going to say Jesus Christ sometimes because it's too hard to not. Anyway, there was a group of druids. A group of druids that wanted to cement good relations with the dwarves. That wanted to foster peace between nations, things like that. So they formed the Dun Pact, is what it was called. It was seven druids. I think seven druids. He goes over to his laptop and double checks. He pulls up the Wikipedia page on Dun Pact. He's like, yeah, seven druids. And they were the only people in 1,000 and something years to ever get access to Dungaldur. He kind of waits for a reaction. He's expecting reactions. And Kathryn is leaving. Bubbles is leaving. I don't know what Bubbles is doing.
Bubbles was investigating.
Oh, actually, if Bubbles is Bubbles going to interact with Denard's
Bubbles.
character at all?
Well, Bubbles
Denard's character
peed on Chris. And
Bubbles peed on Chris?
Milton has been shuffling around very, very anxious
Oh, I
to
didn't
leave.
know this! That's super awesome!
You have to be watching the map.
Awesome. Okay, I'm in favor of that. Okay. Anyway.
and now Bubbles wants pets.
Are you gonna pet Bubbles?
Yeah, and I'm gonna prevent her from leaving.
Can you do that? I'm not sure you can properly grapple Bubbles, but this is a lot bigger than you.
I'm pretty sure Bubbles would just
I'm just
drag
going to
you
provide
behind.
her with enough attention that she doesn't
Okay.
want to leave.
Anyway, Trent is still droning on in his really excited voice. Yeah, so that's it. That's the only time any people have ever gotten access to Dungal Door. So we don't know. I mean, the place has been. I've been there. I mean, it's a cool place. But you can't go in. Obviously, you can't go in. It's probably the most magically sealed place in the entire universe. He would say multiverse. That's what we call it in vocabulary. The entire multiverse. But so here's what's going on. So here's the current events, right? Miss Fields, you got to know the current events going on with this, right? She looks up and she's like, no, she doesn't. Yeah, she just sort of shakes her head. It's like, okay, well, the land of Dungal Door has been a national park, right? It's like owned by the government for ages because it was an ancient dwarven city. It's pretty special, but I mean, no one knows whether or not there's anyone alive in it anymore since you can't get in and no one's come out in hundreds of years. So they sold it. The government sold it. Sold it to a company. I forgot what company was it. He looks through scrolls. It was Industrial Arcana. Yeah, Industrial Arcana. They're the ones that make like all the stuff, make portals. They make all the magic stuff, right? Yeah. So they bought it, and they're probably gonna like figure out some way of drilling into it, tearing it down. It's apparently full of all sorts of crazy stuff. So archaeologists are all on top of that. So what Endelbaum wants us to do, of course, is he wants us to go and talk to the dwarves of Dungal Door. No one's spoken to them in thousands of years, so he thought somebody should, I guess. So we're gonna do it. Yeah. That's it. Any questions?
Milton waits.
How much are you gonna pay us?
Oh yeah. You guys probably getting paid for this. I have no idea. He flips through the pages. I should go. I'll ask Endelbaum. I'm sure you're getting paid. You must be getting paid something. It should be in here. It's not in what I have. But I think you're getting paid something. I think I don't remember what. Yes, it's a job, right? It's a job, so you're gonna be paid. Yeah, you're gonna be paid. Don't worry. It's gonna pay. I don't know what it's gonna pay. It's probably gonna pay something. He's gonna go on like this forever. Anyway, yeah. So we need to figure out a way to talk to the dwarves. Dwarf talking to dwarves. It's exciting stuff.
Why us?
Huh?
Why this group of people in particular?
I don't know.
I have nothing in common with these other people. Why?
Well,
why?
It's the whole diverse interest thing, right? The diverse, he wants to get.
What skills
do
of
you
mine
say?
could you possibly utilize?
What skills do you have? I mean, you got like physics knowledge, right? You could be like, we could go to the fortress, and then you use your physics
But like you
knowledge.
said, this is about history. This is about current events.
But
what
I mean,
about physics do I have?
Dr. Fields probably, she's like the history person, and I think he's not here, but the Dr. Borgen was an archaeologist, right? I think so. Yeah, he's gonna be here at some point. I think. I don't know. I haven't heard back. He didn't respond to the email, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Mr. Endelbaum, I mean, he just thinks pretty highly of you. I mean, he picked you all for this specifically. He said that it was a really strenuous process. It's not strenuous, but what do you call it? Like, he put a lot of thought into it. That's what he got. By the way, Trent does say this. When I stumbled, usually Trent is actually saying those things. Yeah. So don't. I mean, I'm sure. Like, come on. I mean, you're smart, right? I mean, that's what it's about, right? I don't know. I mean, you can ask him. But that's what he told me. Just get you started. I already went through this a little bit. I actually took the liberty of emailing the head of the Nun Pact. He lives in Eastbrook. And I sent him an email. He responded, and he says that 2 of their members live in Arcana right now. So, yeah. Let's get started. I'll go get Molly. We can get started.
No, thanks.
I don't think that I'm up for this. I think maybe you should talk to the others, but I don't think that that my talents suit this venture.
Oh, well, Mr. Endelbaum's going to be disappointed. He did. So now that I think about it, actually, he talked pretty extensively about you specifically. I didn't really get much of it. It was a lot of physics stuff, but yeah, he definitely was really excited about having you here. Well, I guess you want to tell him. But yeah, especially since I believe. I don't know if the other two are showing up. Where is Dr. Endelbaum right now? Mr. Endelbaum. See? I keep calling him Doctor for some reason. Is he in his office? He looks over, but he obviously can't see the room because he's stupid and he doesn't know what he's doing. It's like, oh, well, he just comes back. Does he notice you?
You're hiding behind.
Roll
Khoshekh.
a hide check, by the way. That'll determine whether or not he notices you.
I'm hiding behind a giant dog.
And
He totally notices you.
miserably.
He's like, oh, surprise. Hi, Alice? Alice?
I try to shake his hand and steal his wallet.
You try to steal his wallet. Okay. Do a, You steal his wallet. You steal his wallet, and he does not notice. He's like, he's surprised that you're shaking his hand. He's like, he's creeped out by you, but he tries to be nice because he knows. Yeah, so he tries to be nice, but he...
Bubbles.
As that's
loses
happening,
his wallet.
I start to walk around them to try to find Mr. Endelbaum.
I'm gonna try to steal Chris's wallet.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Try to steal Chris's wallet, too. Oh, you totally noticed that this little girl is trying to steal your wallet. Alright, you guys go.
Oh, hello, miss. And then he walks away.
Did you notice, though, that she's trying to actually steal your wallet?
Yes, so I kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very small.
You're
you
much shorter
smaller
than her.
than-
Oh,
You're
yes,
like a
I'm
foot
3
shorter
foot
than
2.
her.
I try to push her away.
What do you do? But I'm asking you. What do you do?
I
no,
push
no,
them.
no. I'm asking.
You asked me.
The character. What do you do?
Wait, that's the words you're saying to
Yeah.
AJ Milton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Then, AJ is surprised. What do I do?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do I do?
What do you do?
That's so creepy.
As a profession, I'm a theoretical physicist. I do work in the field of science. What and then he
you
stumbles.
kind of trail off, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
And then he starts to walk away.
Trent is actually following after Chris. I think Fields is actually not going anywhere. Fields has stopped paying attention completely. I don't know what you're doing, Kathryn. Or Khoshekh. I don't know what Khoshekh is making Kathryn do. Okay, Endelbaum is at his desk. He is sitting there at his computer. AJ approaches the front. Endelbaum looks up. Like, Dr. Milton, what do you need?
So, I have a few questions for you. Why me? Why am I here? Why should I stay?
So he thinks for a little bit. Dr. Milton, you are, let's say, one of the most incredible scientists that the world has ever known. And it is tragic, and it is unfair that you are in the position that you are currently in. And I understand that that it is difficult for you to find work, especially now these days, what with the reputations preceding you. However,
AJ kind of looks away.
I think that your talents, what you know, what you can do, is exactly what I am looking for in this position. And if money is the problem, money is not the problem. Money, you will be paid. You will be paid at least triple, if not more, what you were being paid at the university. So, if that's a problem, that is not a problem. We've had that covered. And I just want you to know that this is not a pity job. We actually do want you to work for us. We really do think that your talents are exactly what we need. And we are honored to have you with us.
Well, thank you, Mr. Endelbaum. Okay. I'll do it.
Wonderful. Trent. Are they ready? Should they? Where's Molly? Molly. He goes. Go get Molly, and they can get them all get started and all that stuff. I've got more work to do here. So Trent is like, yeah, Trent. And so you guys go back.
Sure.
So Trent's like, I'm gonna go get Molly, and we'll get started real soon. And he of course sees you because
And I'm gonna
unless you're
go into
moving,
the room.
you're gonna go into the room. Okay.
Yeah.
He walks at you,
Petting
but he
Bubbles.
doesn't do anything because but he notices you. So he goes away for a little bit.
Are you petting Bubbles?
Bubbles
Sure.
is petting him. Her.
Bubbles really likes you by this point,
Okay.
so I like you too.
And I ask Khoshekh, what do you do?
Nothing.
What do you want to do?
Nothing. Well, pet Bubbles.
Why do you want to pet Bubbles?
'Cause she's amazing.
Why is she amazing?
Have you seen Bubbles?
No.
You're an idiot.
Why?
Look at Bubbles.
Look at Bubbles.
I can't.
Okay, well, your loss. Bubbles is amazing.
AJ Milton
Okay.
is paying attention to none of this.
Silence for a little while. Then Fields says, "How much?" without looking up from her phone.
I give her Trent's wallet.
She doesn't like how are you giving it to her, because she's not gonna notice unless you do it in a particular fashion.
I just put it on top of her phone.
She just like kind of stands up. It's like, what is... She then turns to AJ and says, "How much?
How much what?
How much is he paying us?" That's what you went to ask him about, right? She looks back at her phone again.
I pick up the wallet and put it back in my pocket.
He didn't give any specific figures, say, but it's not a small amount.
Yeah. She didn't say anything else. Trent comes back. Let's do a sense motive if you can figure out what Trent's feeling right now.
All of us?
Trent comes in with a bit of a grimace. He's like, "Well, Molly's not coming. So I guess we're just gonna do this ourselves." Alright, Trent is now sort of drumming on his fingers and a bit nervous. Yeah, okay, so what are we doing? There's the Dun Pact, right? Wait, we gotta talk to people in it so that we can get into the Dwarven Fortress, right? Right? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do that, we'll do that. Trying to reinsure himself here. Okay, so there's Mordana. She's apparently wandering the wooded wilds by herself, so it's not her. I emailed Valoth. I emailed him. Delric is dead. Stonebranch is dead. Falmir is missing. Okay, sorry. So there's two of them. There's Gedrin. Gedrin is, what does it say here? It was in the email. It said, Gedrin. Oh yeah, he's a lawyer. That's right. Gedrin's a lawyer. Down in the Old Town somewhere. Yeah, Gedrin's working as a lawyer, and Savona. She apparently what is she? Oh yeah, she apparently works at it's the holistic druid therapy clinic. Yes, that's what the email said. I could pull it up. Whatever. Yes. So those are the two in the city that we know of, at least.
The two
Yeah.
what?
The two druids who we can talk to learn about how to talk to the dwarves who we can talk to, so we talk to people because that's what we do or something. I don't know. He's a little bit fried. Yeah. So let's do that, right? Yeah, we gotta go. I guess. Does someone? Wait, Molly has a car. Should I? He looks out the door and he's like, well, does anyone have a car? Oh, I guess we could take public transportation or something. Anyway, what do you guys want to do? I don't know. It's your stupid.
I got here on public transportation. I don't see why we couldn't just do that.
Yeah. Where do you want to go? Exactly. We could talk to. Let me. He flips through the document. There's not much information on here.
Where is it again that we're trying to go?
We just want to talk to. What is it? We want. Sorry.
Gedrin.
We want to talk to one of the someone from the Dun Pact, because they are the only people who have ever gone to Dun Guldur who are still alive. And
Do you have an address?
well, I think so. I mean, I can look up. Let's see. If I Google, he Googles Gedrin. There's a lot of. Apparently, there's a folk singer named Gedrin. It's not it. No, wait. No, it was. What was the law firm called? It was called. It was like Larry. No.
Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, it was Lawrence. Yeah, okay. So he types Lawrence Gedrin. And here it is. Okay. The law offices of Lawrence and Gedrin, those are, they are right. He pulls up a map on his laptop, and he points, is that right? Number 9? Right here. And he does not say, "Oh, that's close to your apartment, AJ," because he does not know where your apartment is. and I think Savona works, I forget. He gave me, I should look at my email. He goes and pulls up his email.
I want to ask Kelly.
Fields, yes.
What do you do?
So her phone, and she just kind of shakes her head and goes back to it.
I repeat the question. What do you do?
She ignores you the second time.
I put my hand on her phone and I push it down and I say, "What do you do?"
She jerks the phone away from you. She's obviously annoyed, and she's like, "I am a PhD student of political science and economics." She says that. She looks you straight in the eyes while she says that. She puts her phone back.
What do you want to do?
That, I guess. I don't know. there's a little shooing motion.
I leave her alone.
Of course, by this time, Trent has pulled up his email. He's like, okay. He said that Savona works at the place. Oh yeah, she said that she apparently part times at the garden. Not the garden. What's it called? The big thing in the middle of the city. You know, the park, Evergrove Park. Yeah, she works there at the conservatory. Yeah. So he said either of them would be fine. We'll just sort of take a bus or whatever you guys want. Yeah.
Well,
I guess.
I'm gonna drive. They don't like bubbles, so I'm just gonna meet
You have a
them there.
car?
Yeah.
Why don't we all just go in your car?
I'm not allowed to get in my car.
If you want, he pulls up some stuff he manages to Google. There's 2 pictures he shows you. One is very old, like 1800s era of a wood elven woman, short woman that is kind of hard to see very well anyway. She's wearing a druid robe and not much else. Well, not much else. It's a robe. She's wearing a robe. So why not say not much else? She's wearing a robe. And the other picture is of 3 men in suits, 2 gnomes, and 1 human. The gnomes look alike, even for you. One of them is much older than the other.
All right, well, let's head over to LLG.
Great. So Trent is suddenly a little bit reinvigorated.
Good.
And he's like, okay, well, I guess Molly is probably not coming, so I'll come with you guys. And that'll be fine. Yeah. Great. So he leaves and walks out the building. We'll go down. You're driving? Was Khoshekh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll if Miss Fields and Dr. Milton come with me, we'll go. I think this is take a bus or something in public transportation and do that. He's unsure of himself, but he's not saying much more.
Milton starts to walk out the door.
Okay.
I follow with
Okay.
bubbles.
And I also follow.
With bubbles.
So out the door, large office building, tall, big logo, public transportation across the street, park. You drive past. You drive straight to
Is
LLG.
Alice saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
LLG. You're
Is Alice
driving.
still with the group?
Yeah, she
It's
follows.
nowhere near as tall of a skyscraper as the stuff you would find in downtown, but is a large building, older style.
Okay.
You got really big doors for this one, of course.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Trent surprised that I'm still following them?
Trent has not noticed yet, unless you're terrible at hiding. You want to do a hide check? It's not check. None of you notice
See
the
or
small
hear
girl
the
following you.
chanting.
What chanting? Oh,
Oh,
are you actually doing that? You doing that? That'd be hilarious.
Let's do that then.
Oh.
LG. So you're at the front doors of a large
mouthing it.
office building. Of course, above it says LLG. It's taking you probably about a good half hour to get there. So you're there, and you're in front of it. Yeah, large, nice golden doors. Not golden, but you know what I'm talking about. You know the buildings.
I look to Trent.
He's like, well, look over here. He doesn't really say much more.
Should we go inside?
Yeah, okay, sure, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go inside. He opens the large door, and you walk into it. Well furnished, very fancy looking reception area. All right, that was a considerable amount of D&D.
Yeah.